What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Aiden and Ouse. We have another cool conversation that kind of sparked tonight that we wanted to talk about, share with everybody. And that topic is video games.
Yep.
Favorites, least favorite, some scary ones I'd love to talk about. But he's a massive gamer, and I wouldn't say I'm a massive gamer. I definitely put the hours in of a good gamer. I mean, okay gamer. But I grew up gaming. In matter of fact, the game that got me into managing was a basketball game. So we'll talk about that. How fascinating that is.
Cool.
Okay.
But
I'm very curious. I already kind of know what your favorite game is, but what's your favorite game? Your favorite video game, let's say, of all time.
Of all time, best game I've ever played is Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda.
Wow.
100%. Yep. That game is just like, I don't know. I love like those RPG open world where you like make your own adventure kind of.
Yeah.
Like Skyrim, for example, I got lost in that world because there was just like, I don't know. I think so many players that played that game didn't even follow the main story. They just went anywhere and just did whatever they wanted.
Right.
Like, you can go to like wizard school if you want to. Like, it's crazy. So like, yeah, that game I definitely got. But like all those types of games where you just go wherever you want. Just find some random dude like just doing something like thieves stole his like horse or whatever, and you go save that horse and he gives you gold. Like, it's just like all these like random events all around the world makes it feel so alive.
Yeah.
So that's why I love Breath of the Wild.
And you also love the soundtrack of it.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that kind of
just like everything adds up. Like the gameplay is so solid.
What did you play it on?
I played it on PC. I emulated it. So like technically I'm not allowed to do that, but I bought the game as well on Switch, so it's kind of like,
so there you go.
Okay.
It's a fair trade-off. That's funny. Man, as bad as this sounds, I think I never owned Zelda. I played it on like maybe my friends for like a day, and I was like, I'm not about this. It's not my game. But I know a lot of people who were obsessed with it. Yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah, I actually never had a Nintendo when growing up.
Oh, wow.
I didn't play the Zelda games until like I was like 16 or something.
Got it.
So, but my friend did. My friend had all the Zelda games and stuff like that. So I got to play it at his house when I went there.
Sweet.
But the game I played at my house was Harry Potter, the first PS1 Harry Potter game. That was like the worst graphics. Have you seen that Hagrid meme? Like the Hagrid, like shitty. Yeah, that's that game. So when I saw that, I was like, "What's wrong with this? This looks fine." Because I'm so like I used to play the game all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. And I remember it was because my brother had a PS2, but that game was for a PS1, so you couldn't save the game. So I would just like play the same.
You couldn't save the game.
I could never save the game
because
the PS2 had like a different memory card, and you couldn't save PS1 games on a PS2.
Oh,
so
man.
Like I remember just having the console running because I couldn't like exit out of the game.
You just keep it running all day.
Yeah, and I remember because I would just like turn off the computer after I played for like an hour and then just do the same thing again. But I remember I got like pretty far from my standards, which was probably like 10% of the game or something. That was far from me. Like, and I remember like I'm not gonna turn off the computer or the PS2, and I was gonna go outside to play or something.
Right.
And then I came back, and my grandma had turned it off, and I was so sad.
No. That's the worst.
Yeah.
I know that feeling like with some games I played where you couldn't save it, and it would be like a big moment in the game. And I'd be like, I have to go somewhere, and I'm not quitting this game. Like you have to go like do errands with your mom or something, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go. And I would leave it on, and I remember always like the first thing I would run to would be my Xbox and make sure it's still on. And then sometimes you come back and it's off, and you're like, I don't know what happened. It's just so sad. So I agree. That's funny. My favorite game of all time is the NBA 2K franchises. So it's basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball's my favorite sport. It's what I was like, I felt like born into playing. And then it's my favorite to watch, and basically, and then it was my favorite to play. So it kind of all added up. But what was so funny about it is, since I was obsessed with like knowing all the players and like the teams and the coaches and stuff, I, instead of actually doing the game in NBA 2K where you like play against, like, let's say it's online, you usually like pick a team and you play against that person with the team. I would do a game mode that really wasn't online called like my GM, which is like general manager. So basically the whole game mode is that you're the manager and of the team, of the basketball team, and you can like make trades. So you could trade like some players for different players on other teams. You can like sign people and pick them up and put them on your team. You can fire a coach. All like everything that a manager would do, like you can do.
Yeah. Damn.
And it got me, dude. I was obsessed with making like the best teams, and I wouldn't even play the games. I would simulate all the games, go to the finals, win it, and I would keep going. And I would keep going. My whole point was like build a team that would like forever win. And I've done it so many times to the point where I feel like when I was watching you in the studio the other day go, like you were super fast.
Yeah.
And Wes had made a really cool comment where he was like, he's a gamer. He's like, you're fast. You're like, which is cool. Like you're gaming in your music. Like I'm sure you know certain keys because of like how fast you are. And when he said that, I was like thinking about it. Like whenever I go back to 2K, even if it's now and I haven't played in years or whatever, I'll go, I'll know exactly where to go. Yeah. And it's just a cool second nature.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. But I guess the weirdest part about it is like the whole management part of the team. It sounds like it's the boringest because you're not even like doing any of the things. But I loved like developing players, like making them better, putting them into systems that would like work better. I was all out on it. It's a full-on strategy.
I mean, I kind of get it. Like it like sounds boring, but there's this game mode. I think you saw me play this yesterday. It's like a auto chess. It's where it's like a League of Legends like add-on, like a separate game technically. It's called Teamfight Tactics, and it's like you get the characters from League of Legends, the game, but you're not doing the fighting. You're just building up your team, and then the teams fight each other, like automatically, like AI fight each other. So you're like giving like them items to use. Yeah, it's like that, but like League of Legends, basically.
That's it.
Yeah, it's super nice. Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah,
it's a different perspective on the whole thing. You kind of like, I don't know, you can kind of see what works and what doesn't. Yeah. And it got me to like, I think my favorite part about it is that I'm big into psychology. I love like people. I love like understanding people and like situations and stuff like that. I think it's just so cool how people can come from all. I mean, you're from Iceland, and like we're from here. You know, there's differences. There's natural differences. Yeah. And in this game, it would tell you how the players feel. So like they might not like be happy. They literally will say like he's really angry and never wants to work with you again. And I'm like, wow, like I didn't even do anything. But then you can like try to make it up, and you can like learn like different tactics to be like, hey, maybe this will help. Maybe this like approach will work. And like while managing the 10 to 11 other players on the team who also have emotions, and then the coaches have emotions. And yeah, it's all like a computer simulation, but it's still like strategizing. I mean, it's not like it's easy to get everybody back on the same page. So it really plays a trick. You're constantly thinking like, what's going to work? What's not?
Damn.
So yeah, that was my experience with NBA 2K. That whole like franchise.
Yeah. I actually played 2K, I think it was 20.
Really?
Yeah. I never played a sports game. I never played like FIFA. Like FIFA was huge here. It is huge here. And NBA 2K. But for some reason, I saw my friend Elijah. He was playing it.
Oh, okay.
He was playing this game mode where you're just this one character. Yeah. And you get into NBA.
My player. Yeah.
Yeah, my player. Yeah. And I saw him play that and was like, oh, that has some like RPG elements to it.
So, you know? Yeah, a lot of people like that game mode. It is fun. I've had a few good years with it. They've been developing it where it's like literally a story, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it's also like sometimes the story is like so boring.
Yeah,
And you just have to like sit through it, and you're like, oh man. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I think it's cool for like the first few hours.
Yeah.
It's like really cool. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to meetings, getting like, sponsors and all that stuff, and it's really
Definitely.
cool. But like, you start to realize like it's all just the same thing over and over
Yeah,
again.
yeah. That's what that game gets a lot of hate for, is like
Right.
it never changing. Which I do agree with. Like literally nothing changes. But
Yeah.
that's kind of what I like. What the only thing that does changes is the players update
Right.
each year
Yeah.
to their new teams, and it's always so cool to like get new players and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So what about your least favorite game? Do you have a least favorite, or do you have a game that like can just take you off the fastest more than others, even though you still love it? You know, like
Well,
you keep going back to it.
I mean, yeah, there's been a few like that over the years. I think it started with Counter-Strike.
Okay.
Yeah, that was I used to play that all the time, and I'm so bad at it. I'm really bad, and I don't know why I played it so much. I think I have like almost 1,000 hours or something.
Wow.
Like, in that game.
Oh my god.
And I'm still really bad. But I don't know. But yeah, I think like a big part of the reason I played that game and other games like Overwatch is like the voice chat. I just love just messing around in voice chat, just like I don't know, making the
Getting
teammates
into it.
mad.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Like I don't know, like I can like unleash my like my ghosts. Coming back to that.
Ghost coming back full circle.
Well, yeah. It's like I love just like I don't know.
It
Obviously
is
not
fun.
going too far. I wouldn't
Yeah.
like don't be like racist or sexist or like that's just like
Yeah, there's
just
some-
dumb.
there
But
can be some-
just like I don't know, just shitting on someone for being bad. It's
I
just,
feel like it's just
always fun.
Yeah, there's like people know it. That's the thing. It's like you're in this like when you're
Yeah.
online and you're in game chat, it's like you're tossed to the wolves.
Yeah.
It's like a free fall, and you just got to be
Yeah.
able to take it.
Yeah.
Because that stuff's the best. I mean, it's even better when you have like your full team with you.
Yeah.
Against another team, and it's just going at
Yeah.
it. It's good. It makes it more competitive. It makes it more like intense.
Yeah, I think didn't they used to have in Counter-Strike when it was halftime, you could hear the enemy
Right.
team. I think it was like that, and that was so much fun.
They
Just,
did
like,
that. I thought they just did that in COD too. I think they're starting
They
to
have
put
it
that
in
more.
they have it in some game modes, I think.
Yeah.
in that.
'Cause
But yeah, that's really fun.
Search and destroy, I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that's really funny. Mine is the game that like ticks me off the most. Is just honestly, it's probably been Warzone. Out of all the games, which is like Warzone just kind of happened this past year and a half. I am obsessed with it, but it can drive me insane.
Yeah.
That game, because I mean, there's a lot of like things going around. There's like so many cheaters on there.
Right.
You'll just like die out of nowhere. And it's like, you're building up. You're like building up everything. You're getting all your guns. You're getting your ammo. You're getting everything building up. And then all of a sudden some like weird thing will just happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing about like battle royales. I feel like it's like those moments when you like go off, you kill a bunch of people, you win the game. It feels so good. Like you just beat 100 other people. Like
Right.
it just feels really good. But that happens such like rare thing. But so, and you try to like excuse it, like all this shitty games that you had, just dying out of a sniper like 100 miles away.
But that's
like that.
part of it too, though, because
Yeah.
you're like, when you do get that win, you're like, wow,
Yeah. True.
that's awesome. That's why I play this game.
Yeah.
And
You
the
get
win only lasts for
reminded.
like 10 seconds. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the game. But have you played any I know that you're obsessed with League of Legends right now. Is that the game you play the most?
Right now, yeah. I'm just waiting for like a good new single player game to play.
Have you heard of any like coming out soon?
Yeah, there's a bunch of nice ones. There's the new Zelda game
Oh.
on the way. I was really excited for Cyberpunk, but that game kind of
Did you get it?
disappointed. Yeah,
And
I
did you
got
play
it
it?
like when it released soon.
And then it just was bad?
Yeah, it just ran like shit
So
and just
sad.
like yeah.
Why would they do that?
I I don't know. I think they just like ran out of time because they kept pushing it back more and more, and then like the game wasn't ready and people were expecting so much.
So they just thought, let's just release a terrible game.
I mean, I don't know, dude. There's a lot of things that go into it.
Yeah.
There's just like so much expectation. Like if the game wasn't as hyped as it was, no one, it would have been just, yeah, it's a cool game. Like it's okay. But like since people were so they were expecting like the perfect game.
Yeah.
Because it came from a studio that made The Witcher 3, which is like one of the best games of all time as well. So it's like, you know, people are expecting a huge hit and it just kind of didn't deliver.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Yeah.
Just on Twitter going nuts. And I was like, I don't have this game, but
yeah.
I feel bad for anybody who got it.
And like people that got it for like the old consoles, like the PS4 and Xbox One, it just like, it ran like terrible. It was like a PS2 game.
Oh.
It was just awful. Yeah. And that, you know, they fucked up a little bit. But,
that's so sad. Yeah, that was a wild one. They so you're mostly into League of Legends right now. You're waiting for another one.
Yeah.
What's your? I'm very curious, like what you like about League of Legends. Like, what's your favorite thing? Do you think?
I don't even know. It's just such a like. It's one of those kind of like a Battle Royale, where it's like really like risk and reward, like you know, because this League of Legends works like if you get a kill, you get money. Use that money to buy items to make you stronger.
Okay.
So every time you kill someone, you get stronger, right? So like you can snowball so easily.
Right.
You get the first kill, you get a little stronger, get the next kill because you're stronger, and then it's like
it just
goes
keeps
like
going.
crazy. Yeah. And so that's like 50% of the time your team is just getting destroyed because everyone's
So it's not
stronger.
single player though?
No, it's a 5v5.
5v5.
Yeah.
And can you just keep dying?
Yeah. You can just keep dying.
Got it.
But every time you die,
dying,
you give them money so they get stronger so you don't want to die.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. And it's like there's so many champions to play. There's like 300 champions or something.
What's
and they're
that mean?
all it's like the character you're playing.
Yeah.
They all have like different abilities, different.
Oh, so there's up to 300 you can choose from?
Yeah, there's so many,
Holy
and they
crap.
all have different abilities and everything. Like, it's super like detailed and stuff like that, which also makes the game really hard to balance.
I bet.
Yeah, because they have to make sure everything's in check, and like one character is like way too good, because almost every time they release a new champ, they're like way too good. Yeah.
So everybody will play as them?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like Warzone when one gun comes out or something.
Right.
It's like way better.
Yeah.
Like the DMR Mac 10 time. I don't know if you heard about that, but that was like the most toxic time on Warzone. Literally every person had that gun.
Right.
You just
Yeah.
died.
I remember like the MP5 at the start was just crazy.
That's funny.
But yeah, like about League of Legends is also just it's so competitive and like so like everyone in the game is like super serious and all that stuff. So I guess that's like something that gets you kind of hooked. It's just the competitiveness. Like when you win, you feel like you actually achieved something. Like instead of like in Call of Duty, you're just like spraying down people like left and right. You know,
Right.
It doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, in that game, you like when you win against a team that was like good, you feel really good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's an interesting accomplishment that you can kind of get.
Yeah.
What about any like scary games?
I've tried playing a few scary games. I used to be pretty into them. Like back when I was like 12, I used to make Facebook videos of me playing horror games.
Okay.
Yeah.
What games?
With my friends. There were just some like small indie horror games.
Got it.
What's that?
Yeah, it's good. We're good. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, Jamie was just pulling something up really quick.
What was I saying? Horror games?
Yeah, you played horror games growing up. Used to post videos on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, it was just like it was the worst videos, dude. I was literally playing like this.
That's so funny.
I was so young and so scared of those games. But yeah, I used to play like Slender Man on my phone.
Okay.
And like stuff like that.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Oh
that,
yeah, like the
just
Slender
came
Man
out.
and like, was it the one online? Like it was actually online that you played? Or
I
did you
can't
have to
remember.
download it? I thought there was one online that I played like growing up that was just so freaky. It was just like public to anybody to play.
Oh yeah, there were some like old like do you know what Flash is? Like Adobe Flash.
Yeah, Adobe Flash.
Yeah. There were like some of those Slenderman games. Yeah, I used to play.
Right. Yeah, I played Outlast with. I think we've talked about this, but like, it's the game where the guy goes in with like a camera.
Yeah.
And you got to collect batteries, and he's like in an old prison, I think, or hospital prison.
Yeah.
And collect the batteries and everything. But I had downloaded that my junior year of college with my one of my best friends, Clay, and just made Clay play it. And I would watch the whole time because it was on my Xbox. I would like start playing it, and then Clay would like watch me, and then I'd be like, "All right, Clay, like you go, like, you do it, you're better," because it's just a different type of anxiety that you've never felt until you play something like that. Because, man, like it really feels like you're getting chased around the corner, and you like have nothing to do but control these little sticks. You just want to like get up and run.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy feeling. But we beat the game. We beat it.
Oh damn.
I think we beat it like. We started it junior year of college, and we beat it like a year into LA. So like 3 years later, we beat the game because we've lived together for like all college and into LA.
That's
and
crazy.
We beat it, and it was just like such a great moment. We were just like, we did it. Wow, I was more like, you did it, man. Like, you did it.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. That game was wild.
Yeah, I usually, like, for a lot of games, I don't actually finish them. I usually, I don't know, because I feel like games nowadays are just way too long. Like,
Have you
I
played
feel
Red
like
Dead?
Yeah.
Red Dead 2? Did you beat the whole thing?
No.
Yeah, okay.
So
Same
I would
here.
just like go somewhere and do whatever I want and just kill some cops.
Yeah, exactly.
Go crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But there are a few games that I like played from start to finish, like in one sitting. Have you heard of Portal?
Yeah.
Those like 2 games, I think I beat one, and then the next day I beat the second one, and they were just like, I don't know, they got me so hooked because those games are just like next level. I don't know, there's like the writing is just so good, the characters are, I don't know, it's just a very different experience. I recommend everyone like, even if you're like not even like that big into gaming or whatever, I think Portal is like, it's so simple and like easy to understand. Definitely recommend that.
I'll have to check that out. I know what it's isn't it like aren't they like stick figures or something? They kind of look like stick figures.
That's like the logo.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen that.
A portal. Yeah. The like general idea is you have a portal gun and you can shoot one portal there and one there, and if you walk through that one, you come out that one. That's like the general idea. And there's like puzzles around it.
Oh.
Like you have to maybe like, I don't know, get somewhere, and then you shoot a portal up there and go through it there, and then you're up there, and you like stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a good. Those 2 games are really good.
Yeah, they're coming out with the new Battlefield. I don't know if you know Battlefield. Have you ever played those?
Yeah.
They're like crazy realistic. Most like, I feel like the most realistic like war games. But they're coming out with another one, which I'm stoked about.
Do you know when?
I don't. I think it's 20. I want to say. Wes will do his research right now. We'll get an answer. I want to say. I'm just going to take a wild guess here and say October 2022.
Okay.
No,
okay.
2021, sorry. October 2021.
Says 2021. No official date.
All right. I would say it would come around the holidays.
What is it like? What time period is it?
Wes, I'm pretty sure it's again World War II. Or is that Call of Duty just announced that they're going to do another World War II?
Oh, no, it looks like it's World War II, yeah.
I think both of them are doing World War II again.
I mean,
like
it works.
Yeah, they can base it around. But a game that really I love is Jackbox. Have you played Jackbox?
Jackbox Party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Jackbox Party.
Yeah.
I played that for a while. For like the past 3 years. That was like one of the first games I got introduced to in LA when we were just kind of like, had nothing to do or whatever.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds in LA. But like, yeah, we would put that on and man, it was a good roommate bonding game.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun. And it would go wild.
I love that game. There's just so many great like mini games to do.
Yeah.
It's like it literally like no matter who you're with, you'll find something you can do like in that.
100%.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nice.
it's cool. It's taking the whole like interactive, like you can get a group involved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people as bad as, I don't know if you want to call it bad or what, but like people are always on their phones, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like the first time they can be on their phone and like play a game and be social at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
It's super social, yeah.
Yeah. That gets so funny. Yeah. The acting ones and like the trivia and stuff.
Yeah.
It's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what else? Is there any other like games that you have kind of inspired you in certain ways, or like guilty pleasure games? Maybe people think they're awful, but you always play it.
I don't know. I guess like the Nintendo 64 Zelda games.
Yeah.
When I finally got to play them, because they especially this. So like what they did, they made this game called Ocarina of Time, and that was like their main focus, and then that got really successful, and they made the like a second one in like a year or something, which is called Majora's Mask, and so like they didn't have a lot of time, so they had to reuse a lot of the assets from the earlier game, but it's just like such a like mismatch, like a lot of random elements in that game, and like the energy is like super like mysterious. You kind of feel like you're in a dream a little bit, and that's like, I love that kind of. It's kind of like nostalgic.
Yeah.
It kind of feels nostalgic because you're like in this weird world that you don't understand, so you kind of feel like a kid and like a new, like, I don't know, and it's like that kind of vibe that I really like, and I guess it kind of inspires me as well in the music. Just kind of get the nostalgic like mystery. That's a part of the reason that I like a TV show, Over the Garden Wall. You heard about that?
No, I haven't.
That's another, like, it's a cartoon. It's only 10 episodes.
Okay.
It's just one story. And it's like these two kids that like just wake up and you don't know where they came from. They just wake up in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
And they're in this weird world with a lot of like crazy characters and crazy like just, it kind of feels like you're in a dream again. Like it's just like you don't understand anything. It's so like confusing, but it's also like feels like it's not, you know, it feels real. Like it feels, you know, like it's lived in. And that's what I love about that, yeah.
Wow. That's cool. Have you played it recently?
Not very. I played it like maybe 2 years ago. Something like that, yeah.
Would you say that you play like a bunch of different games, just like sporadic amount, like a high amount of games, or do you focus on, let's say, like 3 to 5?
I usually, like, when Breath of the Wild came out, I just played that. I didn't play anything else. And like, I used to talk to my like friends that I used to play CS with, like all the time on Discord.
Yeah.
And then just for like 2 weeks, I just disappeared. No one knew where I was. I was just,
playing
that
game
all day. I remember my birthday, I was just playing that game all day.
Wow.
Like I didn't even like, I don't know, celebrate my birthday.
That's crazy.
That game just consumed me.
That's so funny. So, okay. Do you, I'm very curious to like, because I have my answer for why video games, or when video games are important in my life and why. Because I know, like, I feel like you're more in the age of video games acceptance than I am. But I feel like our generation was like the building blocks. We kind of paved the way for you guys. Let's say that. We took the hits for you guys. But what I really do mean by that is I remember like growing up, there was one adult who stood up for me or something when I played a video game. And he, not stood up, but like he made a comment because I was like obsessed with playing video games at a young age. That's just as like a lot of kids.
Yeah.
It's like the Xbox 360 just came out, or the Xbox just came out.
Right.
And I got it and I was obsessed with it. And he said something like, no, there's like actually like a bunch of studies on why video games are super important for people, which I read and I believe in. Like we were just talking about, like strategizing. Like I literally would not have learned strategizing and dealing with these things if I hadn't had the experience to deal with it.
Yeah.
Again, I know it's for a computer, but same thing with you. Like, one, you're quick now, being able to produce. That's like a crazy, crazy thing. You can't make that up.
Right.
And two, like what you're saying, like you got to listen to soundtracks that inspired you into that, like inspired you into strategy. So I find that really, it's just
yeah, I mean, I think video games are
crazy.
really important for like the social aspect of it as well. Like super, like just getting these introverted kids to like talk to each other and communicate. And
100%.
you know, I made so many friends that I'm like, you know, I made friends that, you know, when I think I was like 16, 15 when I like first started talking to them, and now I've met them like 4 times.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like I would say like in our day, that would be, people would be like, yeah, that's really weird. Like you have internet friends and stuff like that. And then, but now I feel like it's just more common than ever, which is cool. It's a whole new thing. It's a whole new world, and I think it's right. I do think obviously there's like a certain extent to video games that, you know, it's like I play video games at the end of my day. It's like the last thing I do before I go to bed, because it's just like, it's my dessert. Like I try to work as hard as I can right up until that point, and then I get like all my friends on, you know, and we're like, let's enjoy ourselves now. Like let's have a good time.
Yeah. I mean, video games are a bit different for me. I usually play them all day. But I mean, yeah, they are like, to a certain amount, like an addiction for a lot of people.
Right.
Like they obviously can be unhealthy.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're that bad. I mean, there's worse things than being addicted to playing video games.
Definitely.
If you're still like eating, you're still taking showers, you're still doing normal human things.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think it's like
should be the number one.
I mean,
priority.
how can it be like that much worse than doing a like 9-to-5 like office job when you're
hey,
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, man. I'm curious. Like, when would video games be most important for you? If you had like one time to like choose them, like, is it when you're tired? Is it when you like need a pick me up? Those could all equal the same thing, but
I think it's just like what people need. Like everyone's super different. Someone might need it to take a little stress off.
Yeah.
Someone might need it to like talk to someone.
Right.
Someone might need it to like feel important or powerful or whatever by like, you know, destroying some kids online.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird, like, again, psychological thing, because it's like I would go to Warzone because it's like, all right, like it's time for me to just like get into a different reality, focus on something different. Right. But that same game could make me go crazy again at the same exact time.
Yeah.
But I do agree, it's as weird as it sounds, you get lost in a different reality.
Yeah. It
takes you out of what you're dealing with, or, you know, the long day that you had or whatever, which I know like some people could be like, that's not healthy, you should like deal with it and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, if it makes me happy, then what?
Yeah.
If I'm having fun, then I don't think there's a problem with this.
Yeah.
You know, I think
I think also everyone has like ways of like escape like that. I think that's
100%.
literally everyone. Like, no matter how perfect you think you are, I think it's like, I don't know. There's that one thing that you do to make yourself feel better. Like,
who's to say that video games is that much bigger of an escape than reading a book?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, yeah. You're reading.
Yeah, your
video
mind
games,
is centered on something else.
Yeah,
and you focus on it. I think that's very. Yeah, I agree.
And I think like it's also with like some people get like a drink at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Some people smoke, like do a lot of things. And I think video games is just one of those things that can make you like a little escape for a little while.
Yeah.
Because everyone needs that. So.
Definitely. I agree. Well, cool. It was a good video game chat. I love a nice video game chat. We'll probably do another one of these again soon.
Yep.
Well, yeah, man. It was good chatting with you about that.
Yeah.
Everybody, like and subscribe, comment, follow Ouse.
Yep.
We'll be back with another convo pretty soon.
All right.
Peace out, everybody.